Madame Tolu threw her maid out for being pregnant, swearing the child could never belong to her son. But 11 years later, a boy walked past her shop, and the face she saw made her blood run cold. In a busy trading town where the market never truly slept, there lived a wealthy trader known as Madame Tolu. Her shop was one of the largest in the market square. From morning until evening, buyers crowded around her stall, and traders greeted her with respect. To many people, Madame Tolu was a woman of great success. But inside her house lived a young girl whose life was very different. Her name was Amanda. Amanda did not come to Madame Tolu's house by choice. 3 years earlier, Amanda's father, Papa Chica, had fallen seriously ill. Desperate to save his life, he borrowed money from Madame Tolu for treatment. But when the time came to repay the money, Papa Chica had nothing left. Madame Tolu gave him a condition. If he could not repay the money, his grown daughter must come and work in her house until the debt was cleared. And so Amanda left her family house and began living in Madame Tolu's home as a maid. From morning until night, Amanda worked. She swept the compound before sunrise. She washed piles of clothes. She cooked. She cleaned. She ran errands. Sometimes she worked until her legs trembled from exhaustion. Yet, despite all this, Madame Tolu rarely treated her kindly. Even the small allowance that had been promised to Amanda was often denied. Whenever Amanda asked politely for the money, Madame Tolu would wave her hand dismissively. "I feed you every day. I give you a roof over your head. What else do you need money for?" But someone else in that house noticed everything. Madame Tolu's younger son, Kola did not like the way his mother treated Amanda. One afternoon, he said gently to his mother, "Mama, she is a young girl. She needs money for things like sanitary pads, body cream, deodorant. Small things a woman needs." But Madame Tolu snapped angrily. "Mind your business." Kola fell silent, but his heart softened even more toward Amanda. Whenever his mother went to the market, Kola quietly slipped Amanda a little money so she could buy the things she needed. Amanda was always grateful. Whenever Madame Tolu later saw the items Amanda had bought, she would ask suspiciously, "Where did you get the money for this?" Amanda would answer carefully, "My father sent it." Slowly, something unexpected began to grow between Amanda and Kola. At first, it was kindness, then friendship, and before either of them realized it, it became love. But they kept their feelings secret, knowing Madame Tolu would never approve. Then one day, everything changed. Kola received an opportunity to travel to America to join his older brother. The entire house celebrated the good news, but Amanda's heart felt heavy. On the day Kola left, Amanda cried quietly where no one could see her. 2 months passed. Then Amanda noticed something strange about her body. Soon, the truth became clear. She was pregnant. Fear gripped her heart. Amanda had no phone and no way to contact Kola in America. So she gathered her courage and decided to tell Madame Tolu the truth. But the moment Madame Tolu heard the news, her anger exploded like thunder. She shouted, "You and your poor father want to trap my son. You want to enjoy what you did not work for." Before Amanda could defend herself, Madame Tolu threw her out of the house. Amanda returned to her parents in tears. When she told them everything, Papa Chica and his wife were shocked and disappointed. But they did not abandon their daughter. They stood by her side. Months later, Amanda gave birth to a baby boy. The child was healthy and strong. Papa Chica decided to inform Madame Tolu. He went to her shop in the market and told her about the baby. But Madame Tolu refused to believe him. "That child cannot belong to my son," she said coldly, "and I will never call my son in America to tell him such nonsense." Years passed. Amanda's little boy grew. When he turned 10 years old, Amanda took him one day to the market to buy foodstuff. As she walked past Madame Tolu's shop, she greeted her respectfully. Madame Tolu barely looked up, but then, her eyes fell on the child, and suddenly, her heart skipped. The boy looked exactly like Kola when he was a child. The same eyes, the same face, the same smile. Madame Tolu felt a strange chill run through her body. From that day, she could not sleep peacefully. Every night, the image of that child returned to her mind. Her conscience would not leave her alone. Finally, she could bear the burden no longer. She called Kola in America and confessed everything. She told him how Amanda had become pregnant, how she had driven her away, and how she had lied for years, telling him Amanda had stolen money and run away because she did not want her son to marry a girl who had once been her maid. When Kola heard the truth, he was stunned, but beneath the shock was something stronger. He had loved Amanda deeply and had always wondered what had happened to her. Without wasting time, Kola returned home from America. He searched until he finally found Amanda and the little boy. The moment he saw the child, he knew. The boy was his son. Soon afterward, Kola married Amanda properly in front of their families. Then he took his wife and child with him to America. And that was how the maid Madame Tolu, once rejected, became her son's wife and the mother of her grandson. Moral of the story: destiny cannot be stopped. Even when people try to block it, it will always find its way.